In 1911, the family of former outlaw John Marston, Rob Wheatoff, is kidnapped by Bureau of Investigation agents Edgar Ross, Jim Bentley, and Archer Fordham, David Wilson Barnes, who force him to hunt down his former gang members in exchange for his family's return. John first goes after former ally Bill Williamson, Steve J. Palmer, who now leads his own gang that terrorizes the residents of New Austin. He arrives at Williamson's stronghold at Fort Mercer, but ends up getting shot after failing to persuade him to surrender. Rescued and nursed back to health by local rancher Bonnie McFarland, Kimberly Irian, he helps her with several jobs around her farm in return, while formulating a plan to attack Williamson's gang. John makes many allies to help him carry out the attack, including U.S. Marshal Lee Johnson, Anthony DeLongez, con artist Nigel West Dickens, Don Creech, grave robber and treasure hunter Seth Briers, Kevin Glickman, and an alcoholic arms smuggler known as Irish K. Harrison Sweeney. Ultimately, John and his allies storm Fort Mercer and kill all of Williamson's men but learn that Williamson has fled to Mexico to seek help from Javier Escuela, Antonio Jaramillo, another former ally of John. John parts ways with his allies and travels to Mexico. Upon his arrival in Nuevo Paraíso, John becomes involved in a local civil war between Colonel Agustin Allende, Gary Carlos Cervantes, the state's tyrannical governor, and Abraham Reyes, Josh Segarra, the leader of a rebellion against Allende's government. John works with both sides in exchange for help in tracking down his targets. When Allende decides to turn on him, John is rescued by Reyes and vows to aid the rebels in gaining an advantage in exchange for Reyes's help in finding Williamson and Escuela. During a raid on a Mexican army fortress, the rebels help him find Escuela, who reveals that Williamson is under Allende's protection. After killing or capturing Escuela, John hands him over to Ross and Fordham. Reyes eventually leads an assault on Allende's palace, and John helps him chase and execute Allende and Williamson when they attempt to flee. Leaving Reyes to rule Nuevo Paraíso and lead his revolution to Mexico's capital, John returns to the United States. In Blackwater, Ross and Fordham enlist John's help in tracking down Dutch van der Linde, Benjamin Byron Davis, his former gang's leader and John's former mentor. Dutch has recently formed a gang with disaffected Native Americans, with whom he shares a hatred for the government and modernization. Aided by Ross's associates, John finds Dutch's stronghold in the mountains. After helping Ross and Fordham thwart Dutch's robbery of the Blackwater Bank,